right, everyone. So the episode Deflagration has been released. It did release early because Gloob decided to release it early. So yeah, now it's out. And like always, I wrote down some notes as I was watching the episode, so we're gonna go ahead and talk about it today. So first, let's talk about the best part of the episode, right? This episode was pretty good overall, but there was one scene in particular, and that was obviously Gabriels Dance. And I think the fact that it was in Portuguese made it so much funnier because the Portuguese dub is just so bad that it just is hilarious to listen to. And just like his dance, like everything was so cringe. And, you know, having the voices in it as well also be cringe. It just altogether fit really well in that instance. So it was just so funny to watch. As soon as that happened, I started like laughing throughout the entire scene because every single move was just hilarious. Another thing I thought was like interesting to note is that Natalie is scared of the lengths that Gabriel will go to bring Emily back. So this shows that she's like, okay, yeah, it's sort of past a reaching point. Like he will probably destroy the entire world to bring her back. So I think Natalie, I mean, we've obviously seen episodes past this. This is only episode 11, and we've seen, you know, on and off episodes till episode 20. So, you know, obviously we've seen past that. But Natalie is especially, you know, aware of what's going on now. So she's like, okay, gotta make sure Gabriel doesn't accomplish his goals. Now, I talked about this in the little promo that was released for this episode, but Adrian just set up this like little date in the middle of lunch. And it was super awkward because just the entire lunchroom was just staring at them. I would not want to be in that situation, let me tell you. But just like, I mean, yeah, it was nice. Like what he set up was cool. But like, come on, man. In the middle of the lunchroom, like he literally set up everyone as an audience. Like that is the most awkward scenario possible. I just don't do that again. Now, this episode actually did go pretty hard because Gabriel came up with a pretty good plan and actually stole both Miraculous, and then luckily Tiki and Plague came in to save the day, which makes you wonder, couldn't they just do that again as a last resort? So I guess they always have that option, supposedly. But yeah, it was just pretty cool to see like Gabriel almost accomplishing his plan. I mean, I knew this episode was probably going to have some heat in it, but I didn't expect that much. Now, I wanted to talk about that scene where Marinette was like with Alia in the bathroom, and it was like, oh, here's this and this and this and this. And so I thought it was very cool and interesting to see like Marinette definitely has matured since, you know, becoming Ladybug. She has grown in her like deduction skills. And I think that scene was showing that she's the only one who could be Ladybug. And I think she realized it in that moment as well. Like, okay, I'm the only one who has the experience and knows what it takes to, you know, even pull this off. Because Monarch is as powerful as ever, right? And you can't just have two new rookies, you know, trying to take him over. You know, you gotta have some veterans in here. So really that only leaves Marinette and Adrian to do the job. But especially like just in the amount of skill as well. Like Alia does not have nearly that much. Final thing I wanted to talk about was how the class came together at the end to just do something good. They stopped Monarch, and honestly, I don't know how they did, but you know, this is just one of those times where Monarch, you know, goes from having a good plan and good actions to just being bad. He only gets good for a few minutes and then he has to go back to being bad. It doesn't make sense. He's a terrible villain. But yeah, those are my thoughts for the episode. We don't know when the next one will be coming out, but you know, I'll keep you posted when we do hear about it. So I'll see you then. Goodbye.